Troops Reilly's Gaff is recorded in Strangers Barbers down at 80 Kent Street in the Bars. Come down, get yourself a wee chop. Cheers.
On the day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing ain't different. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you think that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding. I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass. Put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best. No, I'm sitting on Reilly's.
Mate, I've never really liked the viscosity of Rubicon, like see how thick it is. It's like drinking milk or something.
What does that mean?
Like how liquidy it is, how like thin it is as a liquid.
Or you want like a mad thick sugar?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's too thick sugar. It's not viscous enough. It's quite
zero sugar Rubicon.
I don't know. I've always thought it's quite like, you know how in the bottles always get shit at the bottom and that. Know what I mean?
You think about the big 2Ls in that?
No, even just the 500s, even the little boys, but even the cans as well. I've always felt like it's quite like thick. It's like condensed milk or something. Mm-hmm. But I still enjoy it, mate. Mm-hmm. No, I done had the actual. I forgot about a bottle of apple juice. It was in my fucking freezer, mate. A couple of days later, there's a fucking midnight snack, mate. I was up playing COD, fucking bashing a big ice cube of apple juice, mate. How fucking sick is that?
But was it like melting as you were drinking it?
It was like
a slush.
It was turning into a slush, bro.
Jamie's slushies.
But then I was like, it's a weird taste for like a mad slush, like a pure, because it was like good apple juice. Know what I mean? So it tastes like apples. It was like a kind of weird taste.
That's nice.
For an ice pull, but
was it like Don Simon or something?
It was Don Simon, mate.
Don Simon, mate. I actually get a pick of him, mate. I just imagine like a mad guy in like with a pure orange tan with like a suit,
white hair,
a black suit on,
pure white hair,
pure like white teeth, with like oranges and apples and that.
Oh, him naked actually would probably been as good.
Don Simon,
mate. Do you know what? Don Simon does one of the best blue juices on our Green Earth, bro. See the big 1.5 litre Don Simon blue, mate. I don't know the flavour.
What fruit is it?
It's like tropical blue or something it's called.
It's too vague. I need
to
know.
No, it is.
It
tastes of blue, mate.
I want to taste the land.
See, this is where we differ with blue juice, because I want 100% blue flavour. Like that's why
you want like artificial blue, like a blue ice pool.
But you're like, oh, raspberry lemon and that. I'm like, raspberries and that. I want blue.
Just
Miss
blue.
me with that, mate.
What is the pinnacle of blue juice? Because I'll tell you one I hate. Can I tell you one I hate?
Right. Yes.
The mad Calypso one.
I like the Calypso one. Blue Lagoon.
Aye.
One of the best. Top. Like that's the quintessential taste of blue. That and blue Gatorade, but not cool blue Gatorade. Cool blue Gatorade can suck a dick.
See what you're talking about with the Velociraptors, the Rubicon or whatever. Yep. I feel like that about the Calypso one. It's just like it's just like, oh, what am I drinking?
But do you know what kind of helps it in my brain? The glass bottle.
Aye.
See, like Snapples and that. You never bash a Snapple.
Aye, a Snapple's alright.
Snapple's good, isn't it?
I would say that's like one step down for. You need to get the right Snapple, but I remember
Peach
like mind when that shit.
Mamma mia.
Peach Snapple.
Remember doing what?
Remember when all that shit like. Because the younger listeners, they'll know what it is.
Kids.
The Waynes that watch this. Now I know there's some Waynes that watch it. I bumped into a few of them.
You better fucking wrap it. Get to the bed.
Shouldn't be watching this muck.
I know, this is filth, mate.
That is filth. But remember being a wee guy in all the American candy shops like first started coming about?
Yep.
Like they weren't, it wasn't always here. You couldn't just randomly get all that shit and then it was like, that mad Snapple shit. It's like £4 a bottle.
I'm sure that mad mental munchies opened in like the Forge. I remember those.
They're going to say the 40s.
No, back in the 40s.
Imagine you give cunts to the 40s like fucking Calypso. They think
they'd have a heart attack like that.
Yeah, they die. You could kill a man.
That's like when you say like when you go back to like Roman times and that. Like if you took medicine back and that, like if you took paracetamol back, it would all just that would do them all in. Be like, you know what I mean? Because we're a mad different like makeup and that.
Aye.
We weren't used to all that stuff.
But then again, they're getting pure leeches and that. You know what I mean?
We would die. Like they'd be fine with it, but if we had any of their shit, we would die.
Aye, that's
like,
true
all
as
the
well.
Dirty water and all that.
Aye. Like any of their chicken or that, I bet their chickens were barking.
Cholera and that.
I bet their chickens looked like pigeons and that. Know what I mean? How everything's like when you see that thing like bananas before they were like farm to hang with. Bananas were wild, bro.
Brother.
There was no flesh on a banana.
Let me hit you with some medieval facts. More common misconception about the medieval times. People go, oh, it was all bogging. Like, you'd think medieval times are all running about letting each other's feet and all that, right?
Mate.
Just doing mad bogging shit.
Like slaughtering pigs in the street.
Shitting it and then like baking a cake with it. And, like, that's a birthday cake and shit. But food back then was like 10 times more nutritious than food now. So they were actually kind of eating better than us. That's why none of them had cancer and shit.
They didn't have the same like practices.
Didn't have the same swag.
Like the same, like everyone was a date and that, but no, I mean they know how they did the preserved shit with salt and that. It was all weird. They didn't have ice, mate. They never had ice,
so
mate.
trampy.
How wild's that? I was actually thinking about that the other day, like, because I was thinking about I
frozen pizzas and that.
Aye, like
so they couldn't have that.
They couldn't. They didn't know how to can shit and that. Everything was just
How can you know how to freeze something?
mate, it does my nothing. But they never had ice.
Just never figured it out.
Imagine being in the
Can't
Mediterranean.
even just put something in the freezer. It's not that hard to put something in a freezer.
It's not even like, they didn't even have like...
Where did they put shit?
It was out and about and it was getting diseased and that. Like it might have been more like macros in it, bro, but I think it would have fucked you up.
More micros, but
more micros, more microbiology.
Hundreds of macros, but also hundreds of micros.
Billions of them, bro.
Oh, fuck that.
I was thinking about when you were saying like back in the 40s and that, but did you ever see the mad things about like the pop shop and that? And it was like, it's like the shop with the one shop, the soda pop shop, and it was like one shop that could make like Coca-Cola.
The original tuck shop.
And they would go down, it would just be like big mad, like a mad still, like a mad fucking brewery, and they would be like putting syrup into things and fizzing them up and that. Have you not seen that shit?
I've seen a mad video. It's like, this is how Coke is meant to be drank or something, and it's like a guy in a barber. It looks like
it's a barber.
It looks like the barber side.
It's like an old, but it's like an old fucking. It's weird looking. It's all mad. It's like pure Willy Wonka, and it was like every cunt, like all the teens used to go down and get pop. And they used to all hang about, and it was like wearing suits and all. It was a pure day out. It was like, go down and get a fucking pop. We'll go and get a soda pop,
We'll be
mate.
the weekend, man.
Mate, I'll get 4 sodies, bro.
Get a couple of pops.
Wait, how? Sorry, you go. You mate, take the floor.
Any of you ever heard? This is good, mate.
Right,
I'm taking the floor for
I'm
this
ready
one.
for it.
Any of you boys heard of the Kapoke man?
Oh, no.
Any Airdronians out there, or maybe Coatbridgians? Well, no, mate. The Kapoke man, been in Airdrie 50 years, maybe.
Ooh.
Something like that. The best ice cream you'll ever have in your life.
Is it good?
I'm sure his name's Ernest Kapoke.
Oh my goodness.
Which, well, I'm going to put a kind of Stuart's inquiry onto this, because Megan was saying to me, it's Kapoke, right? But it's spelled Capocci. As a man of culture,
yes.
I said, you sure that's not Carpocci? Mm-hmm. Which is obviously, I mean,
Carpocci.
Why would it be Carpoke?
Carpoke's a nuts name.
That
for
sounds like a mad game you'd play when you're a wee guy.
I was getting ready to hear about this mad Japanese guy.
No, mate, it's a wee Italian guy, and he's
Carpocci.
He just loves making ice cream, bro.
Oh, mate,
Ernest Carpoke.
Oh, mate.
Or Carpocci. I'm changing it to Carpocci.
Does it just take full love of the game? I bet they're still like £2 now.
Mate, I went up, very fair priced ice cream, but I went up after we had our wee day out in the town Saturday.
Yeah,
but I went Sunday. I was pure like, now that way I wasn't rough, but I was like pure tired in that. And I was just, but I think one of us was on Instagram or TikTok, and she said pure blasé, just out with the Kapoke man. And I was like, what the fuck? Can I just drop that and then boost? Like, you need to explain
the Kapoke man. It sounds like an urban, like a legend.
I know. I used to carve out hand cuts with ice cream and that. But, no, she was like, it's a wee guy makes ice cream. She said, I've not been since I was like 12, and she took me up to the Kapoke man. There was a queue outside it, mate.
Was there?
At like 3 p.m. on a Sunday.
The Carpoke man was Luke Hemming out,
but
bro.
see, when you go in, right, this is what made it even better. Because for outside, it's very unassuming. You're like, what's that? Don't know what that is. But when you go in, mate, the servers are like 2 70-year-old women and like dressed as if they work in like a dairy factory, like white overalls and that, like white, like almost like a
scrubs, kind of.
Scrubs. And you go in and they're taking ages and that, but you're like, I don't actually like that you're taking ages.
Because shows you
it's a Kapoke man, you're gonna wait.
It's coming for a fucking legend.
Somebody came in with a mad old guy, wee Jimmy came in, Select tracky tap on that. He cut in front of the queue. I was like, where the fuck's Jimmy? I'm waiting on my Kapoke man. Jimmy cut in with a 2 whole milk, placed it on the thing. Cheers, Jimmy. They gave him they must have a wee guy goes and gets milk
Oh,
for them.
mate.
This is a proper old school
They'll
operation.
probably need about 10 cunts, mate. Like just constantly going for milk.
She just poured her 2 hour milk into the fucking mate and see
And
the
the
ice
guy's
cream.
gob, and he could poke his gob. But if you just panned it,
You
mate,
just shat out her ice cream.
he's all tied up in the back. He's like a big monster.
Imagine that's how they made their ice cream. Like
Aye.
he drank a 2 hour whole milk, some ice, and like flavouring. Like he ate Biscoff and just shat it out.
Really was doing all that, and he just shits out a litre of fucking ice cream.
That was
Would
it.
you munch it if it was like known as like that's the most delicious shit ever, bro?
Would I try that?
Aye. Have you seen like a Pokemon tied up like all bondage and he was like getting force fed milk and just shaking out big litres of it? Would you? And it was like strawberry and then chocolate and all that because cunts will just like flinging different flavours in and
Would
that.
I
And
go
big
for it?
cunts are like, no, this cunt's been doing this for like 50 years, mate. Like it's a legend. It's like a Pokemon, mate.
I don't
worry.
even think the Pokemon could make me eat something that's come out of somebody's asshole.
Even the Pokemon.
Not even the Pokemon could do it.
Get a shot, mate. See if it didn't even look like shit whatsoever, mate.
Mate,
See if it just looked like a tub of ice cream.
See, talking about shit. See, the day I was at work and I was out emptying a big skip ping, right? I was outside and I was like, now they farts you day in public where you're like, nobody's in my vicinity. Like I'm basically on my own now, and you just fart. I was thinking like how funny it is, like cunts catching you in that fart, being pure like. You thought nobody was there, didn't you? Just let that go.
Yeah, I have to be yesterday, bro. Like, see on Sunday there, I was sitting in my living room and I was sitting on my phone and I didn't realise that my mum and Morgan were both sitting talking to me, right? And I done and I looked up and they were like, what the fuck? And they were sitting trying to show me like these rolls that they had bought or something. I was like, what is it? No. I did that a wee bit, like so it was me like,
Mate, seeing a sit
Ripped
down
it,
fart,
bro.
you're always like, you one cheek up.
mate, because how horrible was it? Yeah, this is a disgusting thing, actually. But
Sorry.
like when you feel it in your balls, mate,
What,
and
the
you're like
vibration?
sitting down, and it's like,
Did that sound like a ripple?
it sends a wee ripple, mate. See if it's a hot day and that. Oh, no,
it's stinging a bit
you're
for
just
a
like
while.
sitting and it's just like you just get a wee like wave pool.
Mate, I remember doing it on a... Now, because just your brain is a magnificent thing. It can usually tell if the fart's going to be loud or not.
Aye.
Like, you're like, I just know.
Aye.
I know how this is going to exit my system here.
No, my first rodeo.
But see, how funny is it? Like you're just sitting about and you're like, that's a silent one. And then it goes... and you immediately go, oh, didn't expect that.
Yeah, I sometimes like because I've done that before like, in work and I play it off. I play it off like good you. I feel like laughing
Spitting
at in the office. I feel it's an embarrassing thing, but in it
Farting is
'cause
embarrassing.
especially if you don't mean it and it escapes you, mate. You're not even get control of your own arsehole, mate.
Like, you can't control your own arsehole, mate.
Fucking squeeze your arsehole together,
Aye,
mate.
man up.
Mate, I bet there's not worse than holding
But how funny, but
it's good letting one rip. Like that's why I feel like that because you can tell the difference between farting and letting one rip.
how
But
long into
letting one rip? Like,
how long into like going out with Morgan did you hold in your farts for? Like
a good while.
Aye.
I'm a very like
3 months.
no like longer than that.
You're a pussy.
Like a lot longer than that, mate. I probably held like no like intentionally, but I wouldn't like
I
be
still
happy
wouldn't.
and just be like.
Aye.
No,
I mean, still, it's not
Still
like
to
I,
this
it's
day.
not like I like sit and wait on them.
Aye, but if I fart in my fucking the comfort of my own bed.
If you can't fart your own bed, where can you
exactly,
fart?
mate. So I
For fuck's
thought,
sake.
but see, saying that, mate, like I'm going on about how much I love farts, not right. I don't even that much.
No.
I was thinking,
No, it's embarrassing. Like,
It's an embarrassing thing, aye.
how funny is it? Like, so say you're sitting about as you were in the comfort of your own home, but you're with like your mom, Morgan, you're all talking and that, and then you fart and they go like, oh, like, what'd you do that for? And it's like, obviously everybody does that. So like, what is the exact etiquette to like, where should like
go to the toilet, mate.
But go to the
Pauline
toilet.
tells me go to the toilet to do that.
Going to the toilet and farting is maybe the funniest thing ever. Like going in and shutting the door and just going. And then, like, do you wash your hands and that?
Yeah, you need to wash your hands.
aye.
Can just
Do
be
you
a
flush
fart?
Just
Mate,
get a spiritual
See,
flush.
The worst thing ever, but is when you go to actually evacuate your bowels and you sit in the toilet and just fart for about 3 minutes and nothing happens, mate, and you're just like, fuck, man.
One of the biggest conundrums in our life. There's a lot of conundrums. Happiness. What's my purpose?
Yep.
The biggest conundrum in life is it a shite or a big fart I need?
Aye.
Sometimes you go and you just because I feel
It's a
like
guessing
I
game.
feel like in work I'm at the toilet. I feel like I'm in the toilet more than most people.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm playing a game, Jamie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes I go, oh, I think I need to go.
Yeah.
And you go in, and all it'll be is just a big. It's deceived you, mate.
It
the
feels
big
so
fart has
seastoning up, like-
overpowered your brain, mate, to think it's maybe a shite.
It's like taking air.
Aye.
Mate, I hate the fact that I've fucking pulled my trousers down to fart, man. Like, I hate the fact that I've pulled my trousers down just for air. I'm like, fucking hell, man. I get
When you
annoyed.
pull your
Like,
trou-
if I sit down to be a shite and I just fart, I'm
You feel
like, that's
embarrassed?
a pure
That's taking an L.
wasted, like, take my belt off, no, and
you're
sit
taking
down
an
and
L.
just fart, mate, and then it's like, your body's
You're
playing
like, you date and go.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Again?
We go again. We go again next day. Mate, I'm easy in the toilet most of my work. But I think it's because, like, I'm not really good at people date in the morning.
Are you a bit of a sporadic?
I'm like 10
shitter?
o'clock, 2 o'clock guy.
10
I'm
10 and 2?
10 and 2, I'm in the toilet for a good 10 minutes each.
That's noble. I'd
20
say 10
minutes.
10 and 2 is noble.
20 minutes company time, bro.
It's when it gets to like you're in 6 times a day and all that. That's when it starts
Aye,
getting bad.
that's when you're like, but mate, a week
Still
in my
do it,
work was actually reeking of green the other day, and I was like, what am I meant to like sit to it, like, what's going on here?
Are you his boss?
Aye. But I was just like, pure telly was pure baked. He's not an actual
Right,
reeking
bro.
Aye, that wee pen.
I think that makes people good workers, but I do. I think it makes a good wee worker if you're
Jinx.
stoned.
You're
Stay with your tail, no, put the heat down, slip pure
But
doing
like,
it.
out in sight's not, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
I think there's certain jobs, but then you know how the way Bud is, where you always convince yourself like 8 and you're gone a day. You're like, it'll be better if I'm stoned.
Much
man.
better. Actually, I
Think
melt
about
it.
how fun it'll be
And also,
when I'm like stacking shelves, bomb baked.
right, mate, and also it's like, and I'll do it faster, because I'll make a wee game.
Focus in it.
Aye,
Aye.
like, if you're trying like make it make sense, then you like,
Aye, it's kind of
trying-
true though.
It's like, what did you? I think it was you that said what to me once, like, making wee deals with yourself and that. Like, how funny is that? Like, you need to pure, like, in your unconscious be like, aye, but I'm smoking fucking a week or something. So I'm like, I know it's Wednesday and that, but fuck, I've got a wee joint there. Like,
Tuesday, Thursday, I'm at the gym, so I mean, I've kind of cancelled that. Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
constantly like convincing yourself to do the bad
you need
thing.
to talk yourself into it and shit.
Aye, I feel like we've both got that demon.
We do. I think everybody probably does. Unless think people can just go, no, demon. Stop, demon.
Surely, I don't know, man.
Mate, I just reminded myself of something I was talking about in the chat the other day that I thought was funny. What I talked about burning cunts, mate. Mate.
Burning was that talking about
Aye, I told you to read it. Do you know read all my... I had a big mad monologue about burning cunts, mate, and how funny it is.
Right, I've not heard this, so could you deliver it?
Well,
It
wasn't
wasn't
really a delivery thing. I was like, I think I told Joe I was going to burn them to death or something. Then I was like, no. Joe sent a video in. Joe sent a video in. It was a mad guy that was talking mental, and I was like, that guy's fucked. Burn them. And I was like, it's heavy funny how like back in the day, cunts were just like, burn him, burn that guy. And it was like cunts that had like
burn them. Like, actually, we don't need them dead. We need rid of him.
this cunt's like, see if you had like a Twitch or something, like they'd be like,
no, he needs to go, man.
burn this guy,
Burn that guy, man.
get this guy burnt, mate. And it
People
was
were
just,
limping that. Like, what the fuck's he
what the
done?
fuck, he's slightly different, mate. We'll need to fucking put him in the pyre, bro.
Aye.
We need to put his
Mate.
head in a fucking... We need to put, like, the burnt woman for, like, reading books and that.
Mate, if the pussy left had their way, it'd be back to that.
Would it? Do you
Burning
think?
cunts at stake.
Burning books and that.
Burning, just
Burning our great
people.
artworks, mate. What would you do, mate? What's your favourite book? Riddle me that.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Kill a
No, it's
Mockingbird?
no. I'd say my favourite book, probably the one I read about Genghis Khan,
Aye.
The Makings of the Modern World.
Is that... Mate, that does sound quite good.
Mate, we need to do a deep fried in Genghis Khan.
Have you not
Do you
even
remember
done
the
one?
story I told you about the tit?
No, remind me.
So, Genghis Khan, he was sort of vying to be head guy, top boy, right?
They can.
But it was like him and his brother were like really competitive with it, and they both had their own wee sort of clans and wee tribes, like followers that were like, he's our guy. We're going with him. So Genghis Khan ended up like kidnapping his own brother and like taking him into his house and that. And
Because
like,
he was going up against them.
aye, so he was like, I need to fucking, like, they're trying to like intimidate each other and one up each other. And the Maw obviously is watching them, two boys fighting. She's like, I've had enough. So she goes into his house where he's got the brother kidnapped, and he's there with, I don't know, eating a chippy or something. I don't know what he was doing.
Chips and curry.
And she runs in, mate, and she just does that and gets her tits out. She's like that, holding her tits, and she's like that. Both of yous sucked my tits.
Oh,
So you are no better than him, and you're no better than him. You both had a go in these boys.
Suck these bad boys.
And I was like, how droopy must Genghis Khan's maws tits have been?
In the pure
No
like.
life. Imagine how much Genghis Khan would have sucked out that tit, mate.
Oh, mate,
The bleed up, the mad get the making of the modern
He was
world.
like 6 stone when he was like 3 and that, wasn't he? He was
Oh,
like a wee
mate.
fucking bulldog, mate. He's defo had a good go in him.
See the
And
thing
also-
about him dying as well, like nobody knows where he's buried in that.
Oh, no, I
So
didn't.
like when he died, the 200 people, this is going to be very wrong, but the principle of the thing's still right. So like the 200 people that attended the funeral were killed by 4 senior guys in the whatever,
the
the
regime.
tribe, whatever. So everybody that attended it, they killed them all, and then they 4 people took their own lives. So everybody that witnessed where he got buried is dead.
Oof.
So it was the only way they knew that nobody would ever find out where he's buried, and nobody's got a clue where he's buried still.
Do you think cunts like wanted to be one of the 200? Like Jin cunts are like, I want to be there to see it and then die. Did they know they were dying and it was like a sacrifice for the can, bro?
Maybe, aye.
For
I would say
Jenga?
they would be up for doing
The
that.
Jenga buses car,
I think that's what they got that. The Genghis bus.
The Genghis bus. The Genghis bus is
There's
different.
something I would go on,
That
mate.
tears that would tear through a city, mate. They fucked people up, didn't they?
They
They
did.
like they know like what's the mad thing about them with the mad horses and shit and all like pure raised.
Aye, so like when they were even like babies and that, they would be on horses, and then by the time they're like 7, they're like better than anybody else in the world on a horse.
That's well. Do you think they had big horses but or ponies?
It's stallions, bro.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I think like when was that? What year? Or was it like 3,000 years ago or
it
something?
was
2,000.
the 10th century.
Aye, well, whatever it was.
Who knows?
I don't think
Can we search that?
horses were.
I'm going to say 13th century. That sounds way later.
That's so late. I would have said two.
I know, but that number's
Is it
in
not
my
pre
head.
like Roman and that? No.
It's
I would
a
have
bit,
said
well,
it was like 1,000 BC or something.
I think it was that because they went to visit the Pope and that. So like it wasn't during like
Go and see the
Caesar
Pope.
and that. 1227. That's the 13th century,
Aye,
innit?
look, 1162 to 1227, mate. Well, that was good knowledge there, bro. Well, they probably did have big
I'm
horses
quite like
then.
autistically good at like see numbers.
Aye.
I can just see numbers in my head.
They just pop back into your head.
Yeah.
Mate, are
Yeah,
you
I can do that.
Are you Michael Schofield or something, bro?
Maybe.
Mate, you got the Luke Hemming gig, bro.
I wish I was.
Like where?
But that's not pussy that sings the fucking Hey there, on the hill. He's done it again, that cunt. He's brought
another one that's
the
worse.
Highland girl.
And I played my fiddle and I did a dance.
He's like like I feel like he's got a genre of song and he's like, this is guaranteed gonna just get some cunts like,
Yeah.
he's made it a mad way where
And it's all the mad fucking gimps that don't stay in Glasgow that pure love like the Highland girl and all that bullshit, mate. No,
we're city boys.
Real city slickers, bro.
We
We're
don't-
that Highland bullshit.
Holes, no that pussy shit.
Green in that. Grass in that.
Rivers.
Oh, mate, beautiful scenery.
Yeah, bro. Locks. Fuck all that shit.
No, but that song is just My Pretty Little Galway Girl, that fucking Ed Sheeran tune. Galway Girl is the same as Highland
Aye.
Girl. It's the same tune,
He
bro.
stole it. I don't like
He just
it.
changed it and made it a wee bit more like.
Do you know what?
Played a fiddle and I did a dance. It's so horrible, mate. It's
Mate, do you know what's so funny, right? This is how you know it's like a cheesy song. Because George
today.
No, I don't know if it was today.
He said something today, mate. I will
Right.
tell you about it.
Mate, I think he hates it. Does he hate it? Think he hates
No,
him?
this was like, I was like, what are you talking about, George, mate?
Aye.
Right, you tell
But
me yours first.
George goes like that before he plays, like, and the new one from, I think his name's Nathan Campbell.
No,
Is it?
Callum Beattie.
No, it's not him. It's a different guy. That's not Callum Beattie.
No, neither it is. You're right.
Like
It's something else.
he's like the cooler version of that.
I think Callum Beattie's
See that song goes like that. Saw your mom in a
Season of
That's the
Season
one.
of-
It's the worst song ever. And I hate it. And I want to know.
I
don't mean
Oh my god, I hate it.
my fault. I'm just trying to play the victim. I drink alcohol to my
That's one of the worst songs ever, honestly.
Dreamy He was like actually alright. I get that. Look, I couldn't.
But aye, but sorry, George Bowie.
Aye, so that tune played and what?
George Bowie, right before he was about to play, it's like the new one from Nathan Campbell. maybe not the coolest song you'll ever hear, but it's a catchy one nonetheless. Like, he said something like that, and I was like, that's it. George is a fence sitter, right? I love it. George Bibby, national treasure, but
hero.
He loves all of them guys in the morning. They can need to be inoffensive.
Aye, you need to be vanilla ice cream, didn't you?
You need to be.
Aye.
Mate, know what I hate? Know what I hate? You ever hear the go? So what he's gone tonto for? You ever heard that?
No,
Mate,
what's that?
So like, I always hear it. It's on a Friday, right? Because it's always on in my work. So I just hear it all day. See, on a Friday, like I finish at 12. So see for like 11, like they just phone cunts George. And mate, the tunes are like blasting in the back like GBX. It's pure like, the tunes will be blasting. He'll go somebody on the phone and he's like, "Hi, Leanne." She's like that. She's like, "Hi, George." And George will go, "So, what are you going tonto for this weekend?" And it's like, "I'm going to my wee brother's 18th. Gonna get right on it." Woo! It's like, "Well, enjoy yourself, Leanne." It's like that. It's like, it makes you feel,
What are you going tonto for this weekend?
It's so like, I hate that man, overly Scottish, pure.
Aye.
And what you gonna do? That's pure like the Scottish Hulk Hogan.
Yaldy and that, innit? It's all that gear. Like, it's funny that, like, because that, like, tonto used to be, like, see, like, when I was like, 10 years ago or something, I go, I'll go tonto, fuck yeah. I was like, good. But now it's like tonto, it's like, it's in the gut. Like, there'll be articles that say it, like, and they were going tonto not by, and Mad Day, like, Daily Record shit, no, it's actually horrible.
Glasgow Live.
But mate, what George was saying that after the Nathaniel Campbell song, the first time, the second time, he must have got a tail and a half for being a bit too, like, mean to him or something.
That fucking fence.
And say fucking something nice so that it's right on the fence again. So he said after that song played, he was like, I just think it would be so fun to be in the studio when the Nathan Campbell song's being recorded. It just sounds like everyone's getting involved, the engineers are shouting and and I was like, oh, that actually sounds revolting, mate. Imagine, like, no offence to the boy, because he's obviously just a wee guy that sings catchy tunes and he's obviously did well in that, but like, I couldn't think of anything worse than being in that thing and it's like, there's mad banjos not and like mad people, like that would be fucking so horrible, mate.
Mumford & Sons.
I would feel, mate, Mumford.
I'm not hating on Mumford & Sons.
I wouldn't even try it, mate.
No,
I will wait, bro.
No, it was a pure tune that I remember, like a pure tune.
It was a pure tonto tune.
It was a pure tonto banger.
Fucking Yaldi beat.
See, back in the day, what's the bad Biffy Clyro song? When we collide, we come together.
Mate, if we don't, we'll
always be apart.
That's
We don't come together.
Biffy Clyro, that album was good. That full album. That was with that on it.
I remember like having my heart broken writing that on MSN or something.
Aye.
Just like in my PM, just like when we collide, we come together.
Mate, no. And if we don't,
We'll always be apart. Broken heart.
Who's on it? Mate, I fucking thought of the tune the other day that I've no thought of for ages, but I remember it was like when I was a wee guy and I was like getting into like the Rosies not, and it was like this mad Scottish band brought a tune and it was like, I pull switch on the generator to turn you on. You know that tune?
Oh, I feel like I do.
Mate, it's called Atlantic Swim or something.
Twin Atlantic.
Twin Atlantic, mate. And it was like, I put the switch on the generator.
Yeah.
That was the one. And it was like, I think I remember seeing like a clip of them being like, this we call fucking rock and roll, not. And I was like, oh my God, mate.
See, no,
sorry, mate. I'm letting the baskets come free there, bro.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
Country bizzles, man.
Where is Country Baskets?
Oh,
So it's an off block Cairn. So,
he's the only promoter.
so it's near Van Fleet flower shop, near Hancock's.
Where does it sell? I've never
So
been. I
it
need to go.
sells like
bought
plastic
me-
flowers. You can get shit like.
Just
You can get all your
things.
floristry goods.
Oh.
So all your florists coming on, the big business florists and all that woman coming in
Now's
with
the
ranges.
time. Now's the time to fucking.
Get stocked up in the floor.
Is it like a big? Is it like Costco for
So it's
like?
a wholesale, it's a floristry wholesaler shop.
Aye, but then he bought me like a lamp for it the other day, and it was like a cool wee lamp and that. Like,
I've
there's-
seen that lamp.
There's some cool stuff in
But
it.
see if you're wanting any garden furniture or anything, just stop in Block Cairn.
Yeah, and you might see Joe.
And you'll meet Joe.
You'll meet Joe.
Joe will be rough as fuck. Sitting in a towel going, cash only today. Yeah, she sent me a video like that the other day, mate, sitting button that in the towel. Mate, aye, so get yourself into country baskets for all your garden furniture needs and that. They wanted us to do a pod for there, but I think the big bosses put the kibosh on it.
Oh,
Big
what?
boss
How?
did do that.
Has he heard our vulgar tones?
He doesn't like it.
He couldn't understand it, but because he's English, obviously. But
These English people say, oh, this is vulgar.
Yeah, I'm sure my boss said that to me. He was like, oh, so what is it you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then he came in the next day and he was like, I watched it. I don't really know what you're laughing at. As he takes a lot. I was like,
That's very confrontational.
I kind of like when people that aren't the audience for us are like, what are you talking about? Because then I know, right,
Mate,
getting all the guff
Aye,
out.
getting we're clearing the deadwood.
Aye.
Getting all that nonsense shit out, mate. But no, it's the best ever. And I'm going to shout him out again because I said his name wrong last time. Mad Hank Sauvage. Mad Hank Savage. A guy that came into my what mind and he commented on that, right? So Mad Hank.
Hank?
His name's Nick, but I think his YouTube thing's Hank and he plays the guitar and that. So go and watch Hank Savage, mate. He's some boy. But see, like when he came into the work and he like owned like a mad fucking electrical engineering company that was on the rigs and all that, and he came in and he was like a pure like an older guy and that. I was like obviously I never thought he would be into it at all, and somebody told me about it and he still watches it now. He texted me the other day about it.
I love it.
Like, and it's like, but then the man I've got to know him, he's like right in his fucking mushies and that, and he's like a cool dude. But it's good when you get a surprising one.
Nah, I know.
Somebody that you wouldn't expect to watch it, know what I mean? And you keep a hold of that.
That does feel good as well. A guy that was
It's like turning somebody.
there was a guy that was like 50 that said to me in Tesco one day,
Aye.
massive respect for what you're doing. I was like,
That's a touching thing to say, mate. Massive respect.
people think we don't care when people come up to us and say shit like, oh fuck, I know you probably hate this and that. I'm like,
about 100 times.
we love it.
Aye, mate. It needs to happen, man.
We need it.
Please.
That's where I get any confidence
That's where
in
I get
life from.
happiness, bro.
As soon as that happens, I'm alright.
I'm like, right, I'll no fucking end it all for a week, bro.
You're literally stopping me and Jamie killing ourselves
Every day.
Barber side,
Aye, mate, it's been close, mate. I've been staring at a barber side, mate. Ready to neck
What
it.
you said when that's when a barber kills another barber? Barber side?
It's been a barber side. Mate, because do you know, like, patricide, I think, means when you kill your man dad and that. Like, there's different names for it.
homicide is obviously a thing.
Homicide's just killing a person, but then, like, because it's like homo sapien, bro, maybe. I don't know. But then, like, suicide.
I've never thought of
What would suicide be, do you think?
Sui must mean me.
Jump off a building.
That is a proper suicide.
That would be fucking, that's a suicide, bro.
Aye, that's the only one you'd be like, respect.
Aye, respect.
Nah,
from a messy fan.
He went out suing, bro.
Mate, see if you'd be like, that guy shouldn't have done that. He was funny as fuck.
He could have been suing and been alive.
He could have sued on my lap.
Mate, know who I love, Anka? I don't know if I was talking about this recently, so apologies if I was, but remember the mad wee guy from Nepal that would like talk about the Man United games and that? Do you remember him? Manchester United.
Aye, you were talking about it the other day. I've never
Who's
seen
your
it, bro.
favourite striker?
I've never seen it.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's so funny, bro.
Mate, have you seen the wee guy?
I can't remember his name, but no, Mohan Adhikar.
Can we get him on
I'm
the
going to
thing?
get it in a
Mohan
minute.
Adhikari.
Will I stick that projector on?
I need, stick it
man,
on.
we'll do it. You ever remember that thing, like, do you ever get told, like, oh, if the wind changes direction, your face will stay like that? Or mad shit like
I
that?
don't know, wife's tale.
I believed all that shit. I used to be like,
I wonder if any of them are
after
true.
you when you were like 4 and that.
Oh, stupid as fuck.
The actual knew nothing about the world and that.
No.
I couldn't have, like, bought a train ticket.
Mate, I used to pull my trousers and boxers down in a urinal setting to do a piss.
It's like Butters,
Like
mate.
arse to do a piss.
It's mad Butters for the South Park.
That was me, mate. I was Butters.
Dude.
A boy came round one day, primary 3, I'll never forget it, Charlie Scammo, and he said to me, why are you pulling your trousers right down? You could just put it down to like below your dick. And I was like, fuck, man.
Fuck, man, you're a genius.
This guy is so smart.
Mate, how'd you learn that? Who the fuck are you working with? Who? Right, have we got this fucking...
Go Mohan.
Come on, Manchester United. Come on, Red Devils. No one can stop Manchester United. Yes, we are our opponent in Premier League. Come on, Manchester United. Yes, we will definitely cement our spot in top 4 in Premier League. Come on, and we will fight to grab your pickup title. Come on. Viva Garnacho. Viva Garnacho.
Mate, it's Mohan, mate. Mohan in the back,
Mohan 7, bro.
mate.
Not a problem.
It's with the Rashi, mate. Was that not the Rashford or something? Who does that again?
Fuck no.
Somebody does that in like Is that?
That's Rashford, I think.
Is it? Mate, that's a hard celebration.
Mate, no, I don't like about the modern game. All these mate, you see when a player scores, they'll like do their celebration with their team and then they'll like do a mad pose.
Aye.
Like they'll just do like pure, and then like that's the picture that will go on their Instagram.
I see that every day. Like that's a pure.
Mate, show King Billy that and
Mate,
fucking boot you up there. Boot you up the hole. John Gregg.
Fucking get in for an early ice
John Gregg, Billy McNeil, Tommy Burns. Any of them seen that? They got boot up the hole, mate.
Get buried in the boys.
Fucking
Even
pose
the Franny Kelly go to beat you in the balls and slap your face.
That's an old time.
Has Franny ever hit you with that?
Got to boot you in the boys and slap you in the face.
And goes to boot you in the balls and then you lean forward and it slaps you in the face.
No.
That's
That says that
crazy.
you can only date your lit son.
It's
Like, you can't-
demoralising, bro.
Could he still get you it?
No, mate, I'm too quick. Oh, bam, boom, mate, I'd knock him out in
You're in and
seconds,
out.
mate.
Here. But we've got questions to
Aye.
answer, by the way. I think we know who Kaz is boxing.
Oh.
Nacho Novo. Mate, he had a heart attack like 2
Is
years
it?
ago.
Is he boxing Nacho, mate?
Well, he put a video up and he's
Wee
like,
Nacho?
anybody know if Nacho Novo played well at the Rangers Legends game or something? It's like, everyone's like, you're obviously fighting Nacho
Mate,
Novo
he's been
then.
at Alki for like 6 years, like 16 years or something.
Aye.
Is he not just a mad steamer on that? Or is he still in the media? I've not even seen him in the paint.
He's no in the media.
Mate, I used to see him going in and out. Fucking hell, it's a weird stroke I just had, mate. Going in and out a flat and like a mad council flat in East Kilbride, and it was like, it's Nacho, so he's on that.
Maybe he needs the cash.
Probably does, mate.
And if there's one guy that can give him the cash,
get him the bags, bro.
it's bags and
What?
bags and bags. Mate, what about Kaz hanging about with DPT and fucking Ed Matthews?
What does he?
Kaz was
Aye.
out with him that, saying I've got 6 figures in my bank account.
Oh.
Ed Matthews like, cat bruv.
Did they know? Is he know what to fight him or something? Was like
Kaz is trying, I think Ed Matthews like, what? From not sort of thing. He could fight
Mate,
somebody
I thought
massive.
Ed Matthews was like, is he no like? I seen a video of him like bare knuckle boxing. I couldn't wear a baldy and that the other day.
But yeah, Ed will go
Ed
for it.
could go for it. Aye, like have you seen that? I'm mad
Aye,
fucking.
it's like that, mate, I know his name, Ben something. Hatchet or something.
Oof, aye.
Mate, if you're called Hatchet, mate,
Mate,
I'm
you're-
no fist fighting you at a caravan.
Yeah, outside a caravan's the scariest place to fight, mate.
Imagine us up Craig Tara and the fucking Kelly Express, and somebody comes chat to the door and goes, "My Johnny Hatchet's wanting to fight me."
He's stoning
down
it.
at the live lounge.
No, mate. See like that, mad. I know it's like pure snatch or whatever, but see that pure like caravan park, dogs barking and that. That's like the scariest place. If somebody wanted to fight me, I'd be like, this cunt's obviously going to murder me, mate.
Aye.
Like, this cunt's
There's no way to run, mate. It's just caravan.
Told mate, there's mad. I love when you see a caravan park. They're not a caravan park, but see like one of the places where travellers like, and it's like a community, mate, and it's behind like fences that are like 20 foot tall and that. I think that's sick as fuck. She's like, we all stay here.
Aye.
Stay out our way. Like,
Aye. Look, we'll no bother yous. Fucking leave us alone. We'll just do our thing.
they lock up,
I
mate.
think it's
Like, it's like
It's important to respect travellers, I think, but it's,
Aye.
like, it's a shame, right? There's a theme park in England and it's banned all these second names for going into the park, like all basically Irish names.
Well, like
and it's like, you're not
O'Malley
allowed
and
to do that. Like if your second name is something, you can't go into the thing.
That's
Like,
that's
to try and
crazy.
stop travellers
going
to
to a
come
caravan park, he's saying?
No, a theme park.
No, it must be a
I swear.
caravan park.
No,
bro.
it's a theme park.
Yeah,
Well,
look
they're
it
not
up,
out in the
I'll look it
Alton
up and
Towers
find
or
it.
something. Look it
So
up,
it's
bro.
one of the ones.
See if,
and they've just
see if
banned all these
those
names to
Irish
try and get
names that are
travellers.
banned for the Alton Towers. That's
mental.
actual wild, bro. Like
I'm telling you.
names, mate. That's
Alton
a wild.
Towers is like
That's like pure.
Amazon.
That's like 40 years ago, like racism, bro. What's your name? No, I'm not even
Can't
here.
get
I'll
in.
quickly try and get it on that screen.
right.
Yeah, we could do that. We will be moving on to questions soon, I think. but
Aye, my phone's charging. For the question.
I could get
That's
them.
like how professional this operation is that you're watching. I know we've got some lights and that in the back, but we'll go to questions and I'm like, oh mate, my phone's ran out.
It's empty. Get a
Well,
charger.
that's what I'll tell you.
I don't even have a charger.
Right, some of the names that appeared in the list of undesirable guest names, an image of which the EHRC included in its report were Boyle, Keith, Gallagher, O'Donnell, McGuinness, Murphy, and Reilly, mate. What? Oh, Reilly, mate. Mate, what is it called? It's Pontins, mate. That's Craig Tara, bro. That's what Craig Tara used to be called.
Do you think
No,
I'd
that's
struggle?
Butlins, you're thinking?
Do you think I'd struggle to get in there?
Pontins and Butlins are like
Aye.
the same thing.
Do you think I'd struggle to get in there?
Mate, they'd fucking slap you in the face if you try to get in there.
Mate, I'll fight.
Mate,
I'll
Craig
fight.
Tara's where we reside.
Where we fight.
Bro. This is where we go up and fight. We're allowed to. They get set up in there and that.
Aye.
Set up down the fucking
we
down the
need
beach.
we need
Mate, I want
a bit of boxing event and we'll put it on in Craig Tara.
NCT,
we could
mate.
get
Mate,
in there.
in the live lounge. Mate,
That'd be carnage.
mate, imagine about like, but I don't know if there's anywhere like, aye, actually the Bonga Wonga might be good for it, mate.
How?
The Bonga Wonga.
The Bonga Wonga?
The Bonga Wonga bar's got a dance floor in the middle of it, I'm sure.
Where was this when I was there?
We never visited Bonga Wonga.
I kept
I
saying.
thought we watched.
He loves Bonga
I
Wonga.
kept saying that.
Is that not the Mad Club or something?
Aye, like, I think it. No, but
You get
live
mad
lounge
wains
used
that
to be
run
the
into your
rave.
feet and all that though. It's annoying.
Mate, live lounge used to see at 11 o'clock.
Could
all
you
the
easy-
wains, all the wains out of live lounge, right, at 11 o'clock, and we used to like hide to stay in, and it'd be like a rave, mate, like an actual like.
Could you kiss an old woman there if you really tried?
Mate,
Aye.
there was old women there that were stunning.
100%.
No, have you-
100%.
Have you done it? Have you done it?
No, I've no, but like you could, man.
You look like
See
a
if
guy
you're into
that's
that.
You like
guys
kissed a few old women.
For them that can't see, I've got a polo shirt on. For them that can't see the camera, I've got a polo shirt on, unbuttoned right down.
Aye, you
And
look-
I've
you
shown a wee bit of chest at
That is a mad old lady hunter.
And look, mate, that guy looks like he's sitting on a beach in pontoons, mate, in front of the pontoons beach, mate, just waiting for a fucking old lady to find his trap, man. Look at him. Stud.
right here waiting, man.
I was going to say we can use my phone for the questions, but mine's on about 8%. Bro.
Right, we'll go to the questions next. We'll be back in a sec. Troops, we've got an announcement. We are now offering a 7-day free trial on our half B tier over at our Patreon. So that means you'll get access to the end of the episode. When you hear us switching over to Patreon at the end, that means you'll get access to all of those episodes. So why not give it a go? 7-day free trial. You can go right through our archive of every bonus Patreon episode we've done. We've even got a few episodes that are just bonus episodes that we chucked in for that tier at random times, so you'll have so much to watch through. Give it a try. It's 1 week, you'll no be charged. Cancel it before the end if you don't want to be charged, but it's £3 a month, so it's up to yourself. Obviously we've got our other tiers, a blue flavour boy tier. With that, obviously you get all the extended episodes, but you also get a bonus episode each month. You get access to the Discord server, you get to ask questions for guests and us. We've also got the On It Till Tuesday tier, where you get 2 bonus episodes every month. You also get early access to all the episodes, and you get 10% off merch, and then obviously you get everything else that we've mentioned previously. And then our biggest tier, the GOAT tier, the daddies, you get to request an episode. It can be anything really within reason, unless you want us to like strip off. We can discuss a price about that. But for £20 a month, you can request an episode. It can be anything. It can be a conspiracy theory, a watch along, anything you can think of. You get 20% off merch, plus everything mentioned in all the other tiers. So yes, get on it, troops. www.patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff.
Cheers.
Before this starts, mate, do you want a beer?
No, if it's one of the fucking up the rubbish supermarket normal beers. Hate them.
It's no. It's from Beer 52. It's beers from all around the world, and they send them out to you, and they're from all around the world.
Different types of beers.
All different kinds, dark beers and stouts and
IPAs.
lager and IPA. Do you want one?
I'll take one of those.
Okay. Troops, we're delighted to have Beer 52 back on board with us, and they're still offering you a free case of 8 new and exclusive beers. All you need to do is go to www.beer52.com/gaff, that's GAFF, and cover the postage cost of $6.95, and you're going to get those 8 beers delivered right to your door. They're from all around the world. They've got dark beer, stout, IPAs, lager. So if you're in love with the beer, there's only one way to go, and that's Beer 52. You can sign up and cancel at any time. That's 8 free beers delivered to your door for free. Just cover that postage cost. You can also learn about the beers. They deliver you a wee magazine as well and some snacks to have with your beers. It's delightful. I was actually signed up for it like 2 weeks before they came back on board with, so this is something we actually use. All the beers are delicious. I've never had a bad one from it. So sign up today. That's www.beer52.com/gaff to claim your free case of insanely good beers now. That's beer52.com/GAFF.
What's that, mate?
That's Australian Pale Ale, mate. What did you think of that?
That was flavourful and hoppy and everything I want and delicious, and it was a really refreshing beverage.
Hello everybody, we're back and we've got your questions. So I'm not going to look at them, I'm just going to go through random ones. Who's the biggest shagger? So this is Reese K.T. Just who's the biggest shagger in general? Rey Mysterio, Buzz Lightyear, anyone? Who is the biggest shagger? Everybody. Like, who would you be like, he is Big Shagsy?
That's a difficult one, isn't it? You've got all your big hitters and that, you know, like
Your Brad Pitt.
your Leos.
Leo.
But I'm wanting
Do you think there's anything weird about him constantly wanting to go to like 19-year-olds and that and being like 50?
Aye, 19's a bit wild. I seen the mad 19's mental, mate. I seen
Mate, if a 19-year-old, like, I'd be like, no.
Like, mate, get back to school, innit? Mate,
Aye.
see the,
He's like 50, mate.
Mate.
He's like, aye, fuck it.
the mad guy, one of the guys at a fucking RCHP, 62-year-old. He's going to be an
Annie Kiedis.
Got it an 18-year-old, mate. He's 62.
I've seen a picture of them, man. It looks weird as
That's
fuck.
wild looking,
Do you think
innit?
you just take that many drugs, you're like, I'm gonna fuck.
Aye, mate. Because that's like, is that not like, mate, the Beatles were singing about mad fucking.
Aye,
She was just 17. Do you know what I mean? Not like that.
Whoa, man.
Bro, pause, chill.
Do you know what he says in every interview about it? He says, oh, the original lyric was, she'd never been a beauty queen. And it's like, you just know that. That's them in Damage Control, man.
I
Try to
say
take
like
that
putting
down.
files at that. No, mate, I'm trying to think about the biggest shagger.
I think James Franco is in the list, but people don't like him anymore.
He's an allegation, mate.
I bet he's James Franco, but like that's kind of what people thought he was doing anyway. Like,
Aye, he's a weirdo.
That's
kinda
why
thing.
people got involved with Franco, mate.
Aye, mate, Franco's a mad lizard, bro.
You can tell he's a
He's a
mad.
sleazeball.
Aye,
Mate,
he's got sleazeball
what
vibes,
was the mad cunt fucking Crystalia? Was he? Is he? They know like there.
Aye, mate. His thing was like pure. I'm your daddy and that.
Oh,
like,
mate.
but it was pure like they would need to. He would have like girls in all different cities, and they were all like 18, 19 and all that, and he'd be pure. He was just a mad sex pest, mate.
Aye, he played a mad thing in that.
Bro got-
that thing. You. He played a mad
rapist.
pedo in that, a mad rapist pedo guy
Aye.
in that. You, mate. I was like, oof, that.
Aye,
actually
was
came
that a pedo? Aye.
Aye, but the lassie was like 16, 17 or something, aye. And it was like he had mad pictures of wee lassies, not mate. And he actually played that role.
Why would you agree to that
Well,
role?
I was doing it, mate.
Well, I've got a bunch of roles here. I'm going to play. See the biggest secret that I've got in my life. I'm going to perform that
And do
for Netflix.
And do perfectly. And do exquisitely, mate. What a performance, by the way. What
Aye.
a performance by
You
fucking
got- you get-
man Ronnie Dyer,
You
mate.
get the Hornley bonk.
Man,
Chris
Chris
D'Elia.
Dyer.
Biggest shagger.
Aye,
Joe,
yeah.
you've got good left view. What about the Curtis Corner?
Curtis Corner.
Oh,
is that
you-
the YouTuber guy with the nose piercing?
Aye, he
Yeah,
loves
A nose
you-
piercing?
you
Aye.
love
So he's
him.
got a knob piercing, I know.
You'd like to know you're good.
He would, didn't he?
No, mate, that
Yeah.
mate, Joe. I was talking about YouTube and he was like, "Oh man, fucking, he's just pure like, oh, it's just for mad birds and that." And I was like, "No, he's quite funny in that." And he's like, "No, look at him, that he's a pure male, like the peak of male beauty."
I was like,
mate.
people only are liking him because he's handsome or something.
he's
but
not
I
even
wasn't saying he
he's
is,
not
but,
like
like,
stereotypically
He's no
handsome.
convention, so it's like your type, and I like that you
Mate,
told me your type was
I've
nice.
got a good shout, by the way. I hope you know who I'm talking about. Paulo Costa, UFC fighter. Mate, that
Shagger?
He's no way. He's no.
Is he a hunk?
He is a hunk, mate.
Aye, why
What
don't we
mate, I'll
change
show-
this to the biggest hunks, mate?
Biggest hunk ever.
Talk about the biggest hunks. So I think Tom Brady, Tom Hardy's a bit of a hunk.
Aye.
I think Tom Hardy might be number one hunk.
Wait,
mate.
who did I say there? Paulo Costa. I keep going.
Tom Hardy could be number one hunk. He's also he's a bit of both, I know. He's dipped his arse in a dick, I'm sure.
defo.
Oh my
Bro. Brother.
Mate,
Brazil.
you try to fucking what a handsome man he is.
Aye.
But he's too perfect. I don't think he's much.
You like a bit of imperfection.
I like a
and
bit of
you're
riff, mate. I like a bit of sauce, mate. Know what I mean? I want somebody that's done something. A
bit rough round the edges.
Aye, fucking a wee aye, just fling me about a bit.
Mate, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's a good bit.
Good one.
Recently, as you know, like
He's lost his hunk status
aye,
recently,
since his bed got shattered, mate. So it's in the bird
that
shatting his
will
bed.
get your hunk status.
Every time I think of I used to think of Johnny Depp, I think of like Fear and Loathing, Captain Jack Sparrow, cool guy.
Here's
mate.
one
Now I
for
think
you.
he actually got his bed shattered by somebody else.
Sorry, here's one for you. And just bear with me here. Alex Salmond, possibly.
Mate, what's that cunt? That cunt's trying to be the Prime Minister again?
No, it's
Mate, I
sneaking
swear-
away run.
He's had his time off and he's back on
It
it,
was
man.
like, if I was to take up the fucking, if I was to run again, I'd be pissed.
If I was to fucking
See if I,
if I was to fucking
see if I was going there,
do
shit
all that shit
again.
again, man, I'd fucking do well better last time.
And I'll need some shit off all you cunts. Like he was saying, he was saying shit. Like, he was like, I would need like, what do you call that? Like assurances and stuff. And that you're like, mate, you know, like squeezing arses.
Can't come back making demands
If they're squeezing
No.
arses, right? Alex Salmon, that's the answer.
The biggest shag, you know, the biggest shagger.
He's the biggest hunk.
potential. Mate, he will be a hunk if he leads this nation again.
Back to fucking sovereignty, mate.
oh,
See if he
mate.
gives us your unicorn back.
Mate, he's going to change the currency to smackaroonie. Do you hear that?
Oh, it's macaroonies,
We're
mate.
bringing the smackaroonie out. We're doing it. We're doing it this time. We're not just going to talk about it. We're doing it.
Fuck all that pound shit. Get a smackaroonie, didn't you?
Pound sounds shite, that.
Imagine
Smackaroonie.
Imagine if it's like 40 smackaroonies to the pound.
Oh, bro. I think it would work out something like that.
Like a bread, a loaf of bread's like 40, like 50 smackaroonies and
Much
that.
as I had 25 smackaroonies.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've only got 22 on this. Have you got a few there? No, I've no smackaroonies to give it, pal, no. Right, sorry, question 2.
Pish in the sink or the toilet?
Sink.
Sink.
Be
Toilet.
honest.
Toilet.
Fuck up.
I never piss in the sink.
Ever?
No, never.
You've never lived. Mate, it's the perfect height. I don't want to talk about this. I don't piss in sinks, mate. I do not piss in sinks.
Can I say anything funny about this? Or is
I've
it just
pissed in a
bad?
sink before and it's joyful, but I've pissed in no the best pissing sink I've ever had. Here's a jolly story about it. Me and Franny, mate, in Milan getting tanked up for Celtic into Milan. Now the home game was the one that Guidetti scored, the mad chest and volley and all that.
His body in
Oh my bang bang. So it was the away one of that, mate. Me and Franny boy were tanked up the full time. We got after we got into the tune for the airport. And the first, like, they have like these vans, like snackies near enough, but they've got like mad amazing baguettes with prosciutto in them and all that, and pure nice shit. And they sell booze and that and all. So we walked up and I was like, 2 Peronis or whatever. They were like €12. Gave him it. My dad was like, much is they? Bottles of wine. He was like, same as the beer, like €6. And he's like, he's 2 of them then. Me and my dad, mate, cutting about my hand, just sculling red wine like all day, mate. We were actually
you must have been bouncing,
we
man.
were so pissed, mate. And then we ended up like, so in Milan and all, there's cafes rather than, there's no really pubs, it's cafes that sell booze and that. We were in one that was hundreds of Celtic fans, all pure steaming, like falling about, being rowdy and that. And there was a mad queue for the toilet, and my dad like pure skipped the queue, steaming in that. And he skipped the queue and pissed in the sink. And I was like, what you doing? And he's like, there's a plant pot there and that. So I went and pissed in the plant pot. So then, and then see after we finished, I'd like 2 guys like walked up, one to the sink, one to the plant pot. Like as if it was like
It's good,
another
but
couple of toilets.
It saves water, I know, I think.
It does, and
Does
it's
something like
feeding the plants.
Mate, do you know think pissing with your old boys like pure? This is life. That is actual.
give him a wee nudge,
that is life, mate. Pissing with your old man. Side by side in a boozer.
Me and you, that pissing.
Get the world, mate. Me and you, man.
Fuck all these cunts down. I'm pissing this plant pot with you. Mate, see later on that day when we were trying to get to the game, we go on a fucking train, a subway at the Duomo, at the Duomo Square or whatever it's called, and go on it, and we thought we were sitting on it for like 20 minutes and we were steaming and we barreled off and that, and then go out and we looked up and it was just the same cathedral. We hadn't moved. Either we hadn't moved or we went right round a full circle. We're like, fuck man, fucking my dad just went up to a motor and opened it and sat in it, and he was like, San Siro, and gave the cut like €50, and he's like, okay. Drove us there, mate. We got there with like 15 minutes left in the game. We must have just been going round in that train, mate. Must have went round the train about 10 times, mate. Back to the same spot,
Bro.
But aye, pissing in sinks is good.
I like what's the best piss? Like location, because a toilet's boring. Shower's
Shower's
nice,
good.
bro.
Showers, baths horrible.
If I need a piss, and I'm actually outside the shower already, I'll sometimes, more than not, just go. I'll just wait till I get in that shower.
Oh, I thought you meant like you've came out the shower, you're wet, and then you need a piss.
In the shower.
Have you ever pissed back into the shower? Like, outside the shower?
Mate, that is nice. That's like trick shots.
And you do a wee like complimentary like flush for the shower, like you can put it on for a wee second.
Just to be like an anarchist, just to like fuck it, I'll piss anyway.
And then you just clean it away a wee bit so nobody sees it. And then you see your piss particles, mate.
No, how will they know?
It's
They'll
fun.
never
It's
know.
fun being a mad anarchist, but a piss anarchist.
Pissing outside the shower, into the shower.
That's a bold
sick.
move. But
That's
I have
nice.
done that before, like came out the shower and I was like, fucking forgot to piss, man. What a dick. What a dick I am.
What a fucking
What am I
arsehole.
doing? You're needing a piss, fucking hell.
Or do you ever have a shower, then you need a shite? You're fucking annoyed at that. Oh my god, that's annoying.
Mate,
That is
how
really
bad
annoying.
is it when you're in the pool on holiday and you go for a shite and you're not soaking in that?
You're on, like, your shorts are stuck to you.
I know, like, oh, the shites are always weird and cold and that. No, I know.
Tiny.
We've rabbit dropped,
Would you think of this, right? Do you think this is like a power move? See, I was driving to another sort of company, like dropping something off from my work, going to
Aye.
another work. And I was, the funny part about this is I didn't even need a shite. I just thought of this scenario in my head. I was driving to this wee place, dropping something off or whatever. It's just a wee like unit, you know what I mean? Like that does whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, think about like, see, obviously it'd be tiny, right? Like this room sort of size. And obviously it'd just be like a toilet there.
Aye.
See if I was like that, like bounced in, I was like, mate, can I use your toilet for 2 minutes? And I went in and done like a pure terrible shite and just came back out and I was like, right, cheers boys.
Oh, mate,
What would you think of somebody that came into your work and done that? Would you be like respect or would you be like, what are you doing?
I think it would be like that man was in need.
That's the way I would see it.
Depends on the age of the person, I think, as well. If it's an old
Oh.
pensioner, you're like, get in there, man. There's a problem in there,
I
man.
was thinking, no, I was going to say, like, if an old pensioner done it, I'd be like, you're a fucking bogging old guy.
What if it was me? what if it was me?
Aye, I'd be like, that boy clearly was just in a bit of a rush and had to get, mate, it's probably a buzzer beater.
I mean, if you're willing to take that risk and be like,
I've done it before.
I'm
I've done it before.
and I'm getting in.
I've stopped at like a mad fucking like wholesalers, like a mad building supplies place, and I've fucking dumped out.
I'll shit anywhere, mate. I've said this already. I said this first step,
This has
mate.
been a
I'll
very
shit anywhere,
It's
bro.
been a shit heavy episode.
Aye, it's been very heavy on the
Very
shit.
vulgar episode.
Look, you all do it. Don't turn your nose up at us. We know you do, man. Stinking shit sitting there. Bet you've done one a day before you started listening
man
to
the
this.
new, mate.
If you're doing a shite in the drums, a comment. Rate your shite out of 10 in the
If you're
comments.
doing a shite, just write toot toot in the comments.
Toot toot, buddy. Right, other one. Here we go.
Other one.
Other one. Sorry, that was Archie Craig that sent that question in, by the way. Thanks, Archie.
Obviously, you pissing sinks.
Well, somebody asked, what's the best, there we go, Erin Mooney, best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh,
I know it already.
you fire away, mate.
Better to be looking at it than looking for
Oh
it.
yes, what an excellent.
You can't, every time you go somewhere, you'll no take something that you're thinking, should I take that? And you'll go, fuck, should I took that? I do it all the time with like going outside and not wearing a hat. And then it's pure windy and all that.
Aye.
I'm like, I was too concerned of the reality of me going outside and no needing this hat.
Aye.
When I could have just had the option to either have the hat on or off. Now that I don't have that option, I have one option, no hat.
You're a man that likes choice.
I love choice,
Mate,
mate.
know it's so good for you better to be looking at it, looking for it, like going somewhere in your motor. Like, see if you're like going like camping or like got the caravan or something, you're just like, just fuck shit in the boot and that, mate.
100%. You're never going to get them, but like, I fucking can't believe I broke that way, man.
Fucking
Fuck's sake.
bro, the wellies with me.
No, when
Fucking
it's a terrible bit of advice, but when you're sitting at like 4 a.m. in a gaff, or like some cunts are going home and cunts like that, what I got an orbit.
aye, then
Then it becomes a really bad bit of advice.
it needs to be in this right context, innit? The
Aye,
the
you need to
advice.
apply it correctly.
Exactly, mate.
But sometimes that works out well.
Aye.
You're like, fuck it,
Aye,
we'll
let's
get an
go.
orbit.
Let's go. You're up
Keep
for 2
going.
days, mate. Ruin your life, now.
Aye.
Yes.
love-
Gone Tonto.
Like, we got Tonto for this weekend.
We're going Tonto.
I'm going to go and sit with my pals, Gaff, and sniff others a prop. Get right on it.
Shout out Wheelie Ann. Mate, so I've got 2 pieces of advice. The first one was by Mr. Cheshire Cat for Alice in Wonderland. You know the Cheshire Cat?
Oh, hi.
I love the Cheshire Cat. I love Alice in Wonderland. Cheshire Cat says, she's
Cheshire Cat says.
so Alice says to the cat, what way should I go? And the cat says, well, where are you going? She's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, if you don't know where you're going, you don't know it doesn't matter which way you go. I always thought that was quite good because it's like, if you
Is that what the actual thing was?
if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which way you go.
Oh, right, aye.
So it's just like if you're no feeling anyway, just float a bit and you'll find yourself
you
in
don't
something.
need to always be going a certain direction.
I hate overly planned shit and that. Like, you just need to float a bit. And then the other one is such is life, and life is such. I like that one because it's like, fuck it. That fancy way to be like,
essentially, fuck it.
Fuck it, mate.
Fuck it might be my favourite one.
Fuck it's a good tune, mate.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Because it can be like, fuck it. More, it can be happy as well.
Aye.
It doesn't always need to be like, fuck it.
I think it's mostly happy.
But I'm saying it's got
Fuck it, Momo, do it.
it's got an arrange, but because you can also be like, oh, fuck it, we'll just leave it.
I could say fuck it's like the capital letter of a sentence, man.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it all.
Fuck everything.
Actual fuck it.
Fuck y'all if you down me.
Mate, that's been
What's that, Slim Shady?
Aye.
I'm a piece of white trash, I'll say it proudly.
Mate, you're the pure Eminem boys, mate.
Right, another one. Wildest dream you've ever had? Erin Mooney again.
Oh.
Here, the reason I actually picked this one because I had one. See, like we were out on Saturday, obviously, Cutler Brews. Then up the road, but I got a pure terrible sleep. See, because it was like roasting and that. Weighing up, pure fuck of pen and that.
For us fucking
rolling a bit.
I've done enough for us weather already.
So I fell asleep like on the couch during the day, right?
Aye.
And I remember I was sitting pure drifting off, and I had a dream that like I was bringing people to this mad show, right? And it was like basically like a fish tank. Imagine a fish tank, right? And it was I had ducks riding on the back of like wee bears. Oof! But the ducks will use the bears to like swim, but they were all swimming in a circle. There was like four
Wee tiny bears
that are like the same size as the duck,
teddy bear.
and they're like floating on the duck, and people are like, that is fucking amazing.
They wanna.
But then in the dream, I remembered bears. They bears might drown.
Aye.
And then I was like, fuck, and I had to be like, we need to stop this. And I remember seeing the bear and being like, that they're drowning. Like I seen the man looking at its face, like, and then I pure pulled them out, and I was getting that CPR and that. But I think I know why I had that bit of the dream. Have you seen the video? The guy giving the monkey CPR.
No.
The mad Indian guy?
No.
He's doing it mouth to mouth and that.
I think so, actually.
It's crazy. We'll watch it on Patreon because we're going to watch all the madness over at Patreon.
Have you seen the mad lassie doing it to a pigeon in Sucky Hall Street?
Aye, that's crazy. Mate, fair play, man.
I mean, that's a lassie with a big heart. That's what I say.
Aye.
Try to revive a pigeon, mate. One of they fucking vermin.
What would you do if you like? Remember I hit that fox? Remember that?
Aye. That was. I mean,
Your motor?
we were in
Coming in for the podcast, mate.
Like, he
like
fucking
10
rattled a fox
Mate,
at like
up
11 at night.
Up at G4, right? So now when we came out of G4, you'd be like we'd go out and go left.
Aye.
So like doing that, it was like October or something. It's pitch black. I'm driving. I'm like fucking like, looking at the time on the maps. Like 10:30, no bad. And I just see boom, flip on the motor. And I was like, what the fuck? And I looked in like my mirror hanging. I just seen a mad fox on the deck like
that breaks
and
my
I was
heart.
like that. Fuck, man, what have I done?
You just drove away.
But
Did
then
you?
like,
Hopefully your motor was alright now. It was dented a
but
bit.
I was like, I fucking killed that fox, right? And then a light came on. Now when that light comes on, you're like, what the fuck's that?
Aye.
You know your motor's fucked. You're like, that's a mad brake with like a fucking bit of lightning through it. You're like, that can't be good. That doesn't just come on.
It's the symbol for Glasgow, the fish, the bell.
Like, oh no, man, I fucked this, man. And as soon as that came on, I was like, oh fuck my motor. Like every shift of like emotion just left for the fault. I was like, I'm going to fucking fuck her before I could for this. Like immediately.
Mate, no, it's so
Then
mad.
I was thinking, do I need to like go back and go, right, fuck it, toss it in that bush or something?
No, you
Was
see
your
them
motor
everywhere.
fucked then? Like, was your motor alright? Or was
I was fucked. Well, it wasn't. It didn't cost a lot to get it fixed, but it like rolled under the motor and like.
I didn't want to go out without taking something, man. It was just grabbing onto shit.
This wire might serve me in heaven.
Mate, see, they were saying see in Australia, they have like my neighbour earlier, he was like the most Australian guy ever. Like he had like a mad swim up bar in his backyard and barbecues every night. Had a big massive truck and a boat, always towing a boat and that, know what I mean? And he had on his big truck, he had like the bad bars,
Aye.
and they were all dented to fucking that. And I was like, "What'd you hit?" And he's like, "Ruse, mate, all the time." And I was like, "What? You just scalping?" He's like, "Yeah, when I'm driving up to fucking yonder loop, I hit all the." He used to just smack like 3 rows a day, mate. And he would just like,
they're vicious.
But then he just had a big truck that just ploughed through them and didn't give a fuck. He was like, "That's what the bars are for." Like, you just
Fucking rude, mate.
fucking rude.
You're seeing none of the rules out there, mate.
Because we were staying in a bit that was like getting made into the suburbs, if you know what I mean. So it was just red, like after like a couple of miles, just bush and that, just desert. So there was just rows cutting a bit.
What is it they call that? The outback?
The bush.
They call it
the bush
outback?
Aye.
Got to watch those roos, mate.
You need to watch it for
I'd
the roos.
rather hit a fox than a roo, bro.
Mate,
the
a
roo
roo-
would like end up in the motor wrestling with you and that through the
How
windshield.
fucking sick is it when you see them squaring up and that,
Mate,
mate?
they're terrifying.
They're so, see when they've got big tries and all
Mate,
that.
they just look pure evil.
just like stone like that. I mean, bouncing in that.
Do you know the like Planet of the Apes a wee bit?
Aye.
I saw that last night. It's pure shite, man.
Was it shite? I
Wasn't
wasn't
that good?
I wasn't
I like
maybe
the
going-
old one, but the old ones were amazing, man. Like
I
the ones
like-
that came out like 2 years ago, or like 10 years ago.
What was
like
this one
them.
called?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Right.
Aye, but they always add on mad names to just these films, didn't they? It's going to be next. It'll be like the Emperor of the Planet of the fucking
Aye.
the lemurs and that.
The Taiwanese planet of the Apes. You're
Aye,
like,
mate.
"Pff,
It'd be
let's
good actually.
chill."
See if they started going Asian.
I
with
was
it.
going to tell you something about Taiwan the last podcast, and I realised that we got pure like sweat. Know how we go? This just shows like where our brains are, right? I was going to tell you something about like why China want to actually invade Taiwan, right? And we ended up within about 5 seconds of that talking about how if Lee Sutherland was in charge of like China, he'd be like, "Can we not just scoop everything off of Taiwan into
Mate,
China?"
build a big elm.
Aye.
That was a good point.
Mate, to be fair, it was worth moving on, but it's cause they control like all the cellular like data and power. Like China own like 92% of it or something, right? But Taiwan owns the other 8 or something.
Aye.
But so if they get control of Taiwan, they own 100% of the world's like
Chips and all that.
Aye, so like say like telecommunications.
I don't like that
So
one.
like
bit.
they can just cut off all the phone lines and that. Like they own it all.
Mate,
That's
what
the
are they-
actual reason.
What are they cunts up to, mate?
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're playing the long game.
Are they
They've been
hedging
doing
their
it
bets, mate?
20 odd year, mate.
And who's winning out? Who's going to win?
China.
China? What, America going to be fucked?
Nah,
been
America,
fucked, man.
America will never be fucked, mate. There's a good book. The end of the world is only the beginning. It's called or something like that, right?
Look that up.
Peter Zeif, something like that. He was on Joe Rogan. I was like, I'm got to listen to this cunt. He's basically saying because America, the land, they've got like hundreds of ports. They've got like the perfect country for like
strategic.
Aye. So like gone through the world, like there was a period in time where as soon as like places had better ports, they became the mad power because they could like ship stuff faster. Like Portugal, that's how they became a mad. We'll colonise them because their port was so strong.
Aye, that's cool. Aye.
Shit like that. But he was saying America, like they've got the best like farming, like exports, like
Aye, it's the land
they'll never be fucked. Whereas China is their like birth rate in that, like their population is mostly old people and people are having kids less and less and less, so their population's like dying. Whereas like in America it's higher.
Aye, you go
And,
there.
mate, there's like, see, like he was saying like the Netherlands, seeing like 10 years, that'll like no, he was predicting it'll be like no be a country. Like everybody that, cause there's like 10 countries that he's like in like maybe no 10 year, but like 20, 30 year, there'll be nobody there because like
What the heck?
their birth rate to like compared to their death rate where like older people and that, there's not enough young people to look after the old people, so then there's not enough young people being born, and then there's not enough people in like 20 to 35 having babies. So like
Aye.
the rate that's gone, it's gone like downhill, and there's nothing, they've reached a point where it's actually irreversible. He gave like 10 countries that are fucked, like there's no way back for them. Then he gave 10 that are like they could still resolve it, and then he gave like 10 that are like gonna be alright.
And
Like France was one of them.
France was
it's all,
alright.
it's all about like having babies. Like there's
Aye.
because like you think about back in the day, like see your like our grandparents and that, they all had like fucking 8 brothers and like a lot of them
Aye.
had like, oh, I'm 1 of 10 and that. Like
Aye.
you never hear that now. Really, it's always like what you ask anybody how many kids you want, they're like most people be like 2. Do you know what I mean?
Max.
I like any more than I'm fucking
Mate,
killing
what
myself.
about the
Aye.
murder?
Nah, they'll torture me.
Fuck that. I'll go down
know.
with the ship, mate.
Nah, definitely.
One
But
way.
see, once they're all older and all that, it'd be funny to have like hundreds of brothers and shit. When they're all the same age, so that
I
older
would,
age is good.
see, thinking about it, I would
would be
love
sick.
to have like 8 boys. Like have 8 Waynes and they're all boys, and just like have a wee. You could start something wild like that.
Would be, but think about it, bro. Like they're all going to be pure different to each other and all that, and you're going to be like, hey, right, Jamie Junior, you fucking don't hit your bra,
Right, Junior.
don't play that fucking game. And
I'll slap them all about, mate.
you do the front care. You need to pass that move down, mate. Right, one more question, then we're going over to Patreon.
Oh.
So, let me see. Best and worst thing about being a podcast host from Jack Stevenson. Best
Best's it's a fun time.
Best just actually coming to do the podcast.
Aye, didn't
Like
find
we
shit.
get a lot of cool shit. Like we obviously Glenn's Vodka, shout out to Glenn's Vodka, thank you very much. Sent us out tickets for the Celtic Rangers game. Golden Boys. So we now are fully behind. See the way we were like Kim Jong Un and that?
Aye.
We've moved on to Glenn's Vodka now.
Glenn's is now the
Aye.
that's the
whole-
higher ups at Reilly's
Aye,
Gaff.
aye. So obviously
Mate, where the fuck is Kim Jong Un went, mate?
he's out the picture. I'm not hanging my hat on that guy in a minute. I heard he's like no that good a guy.
I hear he kills hundreds of people in that.
I did not know that.
Fucking egg all over our faces, bro.
But the best thing is actually just when, because like, see the podcast, it's a graft like in terms of every week thinking like, right, we're doing this week, we're doing this week, we're doing this week. And then also like the fact that we both work. So we work during the day and then come and do this at night. So it can be like tiring because once you finish your work, the last thing you want to do is go back out.
Aye.
Like even if you're doing something fun, you're like, oh man, I just lay
It's like-
down. But
Aye, it's funny because it's like the best and the worst thing is doing it.
aye, aye.
In a mad weird
The
way. It's
whole
like, it's
process,
like
it.
getting your cell not, but then when you're here, you enjoy it and you go up the road, you're happy as fuck. But then
Aye.
like the eye it's like sometimes, mate, I just want to fucking sit about, lounge around.
Aye.
You know, I love lounge. You've fucking stripped my ability to lounge away.
You need your lounging ability
Mate,
stripped,
I
mate. You're a
actually-
nightmare, mate.
Mate, I can't even out that full pod. Mate, I was actually sitting with my
Aye, like-
legs like up so high.
I came round to watch videos on the couch and like
Aye.
Jamie was like sliding
I
down
know,
the
so
couch and like
I
putting his legs up.
Mate, that was terrible.
You're up right now, so I think that's alright.
I had to be
sitting up
I had-
right like a big boy.
I'm a big boy, mate. I've got my CB on.
Got the country baskets on.
CB on, my work clothes have not been home. I stink.
What were you saying there? I feel like I was going to say something.
The best and worst thing about doing a podcast.
Aye. Sorry. So I think the best thing's coming to actually do it and just doing it because it, even though it's tiring to come and do it, it feels like I'm a kind of version of like therapy or something. Like in terms of you come in and then you just talk for an hour and then when you leave, it's like I feel like it's if it goes well, it's like leaving the gym. So I'm like, up, you're right, fucking right. You've got like this energy that you're just because you've been talking for so long. I think.
Mate, do you know what that happened to me on the other day? See, shout out Adam Donnelly. I was on Adam Donnelly's streaming COD. Scrandon, I think it is. He's to Twitch, go and watch him. But I see when I had finished doing that, like I was pure like buzzing because like it was the exact same feeling as like now when you rip a sick fucking 90-minute pod. It was similar to that. Like, I just played for like 3 years and talking shit and all that, and I came off and I was like, that was pure good one. I was pure texting them not, but it's
Aye.
weird the fact that it's weird being in your house after it.
And then like coming off it and being like,
And just being like in bed, like, whew, right, fucking, and I just sat at my phone, like just texting back and forward for
do you
ages.
think that comes for like, you know how like when you're out with people, you'll be looking at your phone while you're like, you'll be talking to them, then you'll sort of look at your phone, then, but see, because we're just sitting like, don't like just communicating. Do you think that's
Aye.
like the mad human need for,
Aye.
like connection and like company?
I don't get it anywhere else.
Nah, I mean,
Hard to get it. Morgan's always busy in the house.
it's a different feeling than anything else, but it's like a
Aye.
pure, I don't know, it's inexplainable. But the worst thing is, I feel like I'm constantly thinking about things that happen in my life to be like, can I talk about that in the podcast? Is there something funny about that I can
Aye,
talk about in the podcast? And I feel like sometimes it takes you out of the moment of like having a thought. Because like, say I'm sitting with Megan, like if we think of something funny, I'm like, remind me of that tomorrow. Because I'm like, I want to remember that for the podcast.
Aye.
But I feel like sometimes that's a bit like don't know, like you're not in that moment, you're like, right, I'm going to talk about that, and then
Mate, I do shit like that. I go like that. Like me and Morgan are sitting talking, she'll say something, I'll be like, yeah, actual, and then I'll write it in my notes, and then I'll say, like, I was saying this. Like, I've wrote it in my notes before saying it and that, because it's like, you're like, I don't, because
you
I'm
forget shit.
terrible for forgetting stuff, mate.
and we don't know what's going to happen before we come up here ever. Like me, did you have anything that you thought I'm going to talk about that today?
I had a big, massive thing about the the year of blood, 1960, Japanese politics, but I'll do that another time.
Aye, that needs
like a good wee bit. We were doing the cues. We were doing the
cues, but we're going to keep doing some cues, but we're going to switch over to Patreon. So still run the free trial, guys. Get involved. It's not going to be here for much longer. We're going to take it away. We're going to rip it from you, actually. So if you want to hear the end of this episode, we'll go down another maybe half an hour. We normally do about half an hour.
Possibly. I'm sure I want to sleep that. It's got to be so energetic. No, mate, this is me. I'm just getting up for it now. I'm just in my stride.
We're just heating up.
That's
so
it.
patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff, £3 tier, free trial. You'll hear the end of the episode. See you later, guys. Cheers.
Yaldi.